小兵を立てて弔うてやろう。恩師が二度と生まれてこぬよ。全体殺量。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming into the showcase on Ichibe. Now, Ichibe is pretty beefy. I think he's a really good character. Definitely more geared towards PvP. I think that he's kind of funny because his character model is, like, if you pay attention, like, his legs are like this little, and then his legs are like this long, right? And then his body's like just this. Like, his body looks mad disproportionate if you pay attention to where his legs are in the stuff, or either that or he spreads his legs way too wide. Like, he's spreading his legs dummy wide though. Okay. Either way, I like the way that they did it. He got the little neck fat on the back. He's got his little full beard, bro. Like, oh, Caleb did such a good job with these characters, man. But yeah, so Soul Reaper and Squad Zero with a Espada killer. Now, this character is definitely made to kill Noitora, but another thing is he also disrupts a lot of characters with barriers, such as TLA Toshiro, Muken Aizen, and well, Yuwa has been out of PvP for quite some time, and I'm trying to think of another barrier unit that well, I can't really think of any other SP based barrier unit that's really too relevant in comparison to like TLA Toshiro. But going into it, as you can see here, so he has a bruiser of 20%, a berserker of 50%, so he could be built hybrid if you'd like him to be, and then you have a DR link built in when it comes to just his soul trait, paralysis immunity for the Noitora, flurry, sprinter, poise, star barrier plus 10, and then pierce barrier. So he's not only immune to Noitora's paralysis, but he starts out with his own barrier as well as piercing Noitora's barrier. Like, this dude is literally made to counter Noitora. Going into it, we do have an attack level 10 slot as well as a gold Chappie, hollow bait, and regular Chappie, all with attack 30. So we are rocking 4,141 attack. That's disgusting. Along with 714 focus. So we're not going to be able to crit 100% of the time, but we're pretty damn close to it, which is good. And let's just check out what this character is capable of. I haven't actually gotten to play with Ichibe. I think he's sick. I personally want him really badly, which is why I've been summoning on this double chance, even though it's only a 1% chance to pull either him or Nemaya. Like, I feel like between the two, I don't particularly care who I get, I suppose, even though life is tough. Life is tough when your game goes, everyone you summon for gets Ichibe except for you, which it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks because I really want him too. Like, I recently pulled the blue gold Chappie, which is like the main reason that I want him, just because I actually don't have Noitora, so it's like I feel like Ichibe would be really nice. Boom boom boom. So as you can see here, hitting for about 30k. Guard break on all of his attacks. I'm actually really happy that Caleb changed that. Back in the day, you would actually have to use 2 strong attacks to guard break with most of these flurry characters. I remember I would have to do that with Red Kenny and Green Kenny, and ever since their resurrections, like, you don't have to actually do that anymore, which thankfully, like, thank God, because that was so annoying. And that's honestly what made a lot of these NAD characters get the, what is the word I'm looking for, they've really received a lot of negative attention because you had to use 2 strong attacks, and then on top of that, since you're running them with NAD builds, their strong attacks were they took forever to come back, like 24 seconds, 16 seconds for the second strong attack. And since you had to use 2, like, it didn't even matter. Like, it was just bad. Like, nowadays I like how these characters are designed with PvE in mind and not just PvP, which I think is great. And with the multi-hits and the barriers and stuff like that now, like, I feel like it's necessary for characters to hit multiple times. Like, imagine if, like, all these NAD characters only hit 1 time with their strong attacks. Like, you wouldn't break barriers, bro. So 34k with that. He does have weaken on his special. I probably should have showcased his special a little bit. Let's try out his hybrid build, just because he does have that berserker 50%. He doesn't have a boost, which is probably the main reason that I don't particularly care about making him a hybrid character. And he doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as Nemaya, which I just went green because I had Nemaya on my mind. So what do we want to switch out? We definitely want to switch out the Chappie. Let's go with Spiritual Pressure 20. That's sad. And then, alright, so we'll go with like a very hybrid build. Let's go with a couple strong attack recharge links. I know you got him link slotted. Let's go with this. Actually, you know what? No. We got better stuff. Full stamina damage boost. This will take over that place. So we have a strong attack recharge, damage boost, and then on top of that we have a normal attack damage link as well. So this build, I'm interested to see how it performs. I wish for PvP that I wish for PvE that whenever you change lanes that you would get your star barrier back. I think it kind of sucks that you just kind of lose it, because like I feel like that would make these characters so much better for PvE, and it would make them safer to use. Because I noticed that a lot of times when you're playing co-op, especially on global side, I hear that JP has a lot less lag. But with the co-op side, since it's very laggy, you can't really run these NAD characters too safely, which in my opinion is it kind of sucks, because like I do occasionally want to play like specific characters. I loved it when Weekend came out. I loved playing him, but eventually it's just like, why am I playing Weekend when I can be playing more meta characters that I don't have to be restricted, you know? Because you can't push back, you can't flinch them, and you can't use your walking vortex in order to like nullify the bosses from being able to. What's the word I'm looking for? You can't stop the bosses from not being pushed back. Like, they can't be pushed back, and they can't be put into a vortex either. So if they have a one-shot mechanic, you can't stop that. And if you're a NAD character, unless you like get a good drop on them and stuff like that, sometimes it's a little too risky to just go in and risk it for the biscuit. You feel me? So let's do this. I mean, this ain't too bad. It's not ideal though. I noticed that even after you guard break, he's not really dealing all that much with his strong attacks, which kind of sucks. So let's use our special and see what kind of like damage we can pump out. We're not gonna kill her. Interesting. Does he have freezing? Oh, okay. For some reason, it didn't look like I got frozen from her insta-kill mechanic. Her insta-kill mechanic doesn't freeze. That's weird. I know that it insta-kills, right? But with Ichibe's weakening, it didn't freeze me. Okay, that's really weird. All right, that caught me off guard. I was about to say, I'm like, does he have freeze immunity? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much Ichibe in a nutshell. I don't think he's broken. I think he's honestly just a very well balanced character, unless he's in PvP. And when he's in PvP, he's nasty. All right, so we are gonna PvP test, and honestly, this guy has like some crazy. Alright, so we are going to PvP test, and honestly, this guy has a crazy account. Like, first and foremost, his PvP team is actually the Chad, Unohana, and Ichibe meta, and like, he has a gold Chappie, and then Captain's Coat, and then when it comes to Chad, he also has a gold Chappie, and then a Spirit Core probably to avoid statuses, especially from Noitoras, and then damage reduction 20, 16, 16, and damage 20, 20, 16. Unohana is built up with a gold Chappie, and Captain's Robe, along with DR 20, 16 with the normal attack damage, 25 on her and him. And yeah, without further ado, let's check out what this team is actually capable of. Like, this guy's in third seat. Alright, and we are back, and we're just gonna test them out a little bit on PvP. We don't really have too many tickets, we're just gonna do 2. And there are some 3k Noitoras, and we're just going to hit them real quick and hope for the W. Now, Ichibe is literally made to counter Noitora, so he should excel when it comes down to it. He doesn't have weakening on his third, which I think ends up balancing it out, so that way Noitora actually doesn't get immediately weakened, because you still have to go through the barriers with the other characters. Now, Weaken actually neutered my Unohana over here. Noitora is definitely down, and now Ichibe goes in for the kill. hits him with the dab. Yo, why does Ichibe look like the truth though? Yo, the truth, I love you, bro. I ain't trying to throw shade. Yo, I like didn't even realize I'm fucking weak, bro. I love the truth. Yo, that joke's fucked up. I shouldn't say that. But yeah, so let's hit this one. Should be good in 15 seconds. All right, so let's go. All right, soy fun. Interesting with the soy fun. Where's the status element side? There goes. Ooh, that Noitora went down. And then, oh my god, and then Unohana comes in with the second strong attack, fully heals up the squad. And yeah, I mean, like, needless to say, like, Ichibe definitely does counter Noitora, like, 100%. It definitely depends on your gear. So, like, obviously, if a Noitora is, like, max transcended with a gold chappie and you're not using a gold chappie, chances are Noitora is probably going to still clap that ass. But, I mean, it is what it is. But, like, needless to say, Ichibe is pretty damn beefy. And I mean, I guess I'll leave it at that. You know, this guy's grind. I'll catch you up here. Stay blessed. Wish you all the best luck in your summons. Shout out to Jacob. I appreciate you, my boy. Thank you for letting me showcase the 1,000-Year Blood War Ichigo. And since you're asleep, I'm showcasing this Ichibe. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, I took the liberty to that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. Wish you all the best luck in your summons. And I guess I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.